Next section, guidance and counseling. The terms guidance and counseling have been loosely or interchangeably used. Guidance is a term which is broader than counseling, and it includes counseling as one of its services. Makes a logical separation of the counseling process. First, adjustive, second, distributive phase. The adjustive phase emphasis is on social, personal, emotional and healthcare problems of the individual. In the distributive phase, the focus is upon educational, vocational and occupational problems. The distributive phase can be most appropriately described as guidance, while the adjustive phase can be considered as description of counseling. First, we are going to detail about counseling. Counseling is the activity of the counselor or a professional who counsels people, especially on personal problems and difficulties. The process that occurs when a client and counselor sit aside time in order to explore difficulties, which may include the stressful or emotional feelings of the client. The act of helping the client to see things more clearly. Possibly from a different viewpoint, this can enable the client to focus on feelings, experiences or behavior with a goal to facilitating positive change. A relationship of trust, confidentiality is to successful counseling. Professional counselors will usually explain their policy on confidentiality. They may, however, be required by law to disclose information if they believe that there is a risk to life. Meaning, what is meant by counseling? Give professional help and advice to someone to resolve personal or psychological problems. Can you define counseling? Counseling, it is a scientific process of assistance expended by an expert in an individual situation to a needy person. Counseling is a series of direct contacts with the individual which aims to offer him assistance in changing the attitudes, behavior. Persons involved in counseling. First, counselor, a person trained to give guidance on personal or psychological problems. Counselee, a person who is being received guidance and professionally counseled. Types of counseling. First, clinical counseling. Second, psychological counseling. 3, psychotherapeutic counseling. 4, students counseling. 5, marriage counseling. 6, vocational counseling, 7 individual counseling interview, 8 behavioral counseling, 9 dietary counseling, 10 motivational counseling, 11 interpersonal counseling, 12 religious and social counseling. Models or theories of counseling. Detail going on. First theory, client-centered, Carl Rogers theory. Second, Gestalt counseling. 3 psychoanalytical counseling theories. 4 cognitive counseling model. 5 behavioral counseling theory. 6 electric counseling, combination of hypnosis. 7 free association and dream, etc. 8 holistic health, bio-psychosocial counseling. 9 strengths based counseling, example positive thinking and learned optimism. First we are going to detail about client-centered counseling by Carl Rogers. Counseling, the counselor provides the growth promoting client. The client is then free and able to discover and grow as she or he wants a need to prevailing characteristics of the season are active listening, empathy, acceptance, unconditional positive regard and genuineness. Second, Gestalt counseling. Gestalt counseling is an extensional, experimental form of psychotherapy that emphasizes personal responsibility and that focuses upon the individual's experience in the present moment, the therapist-client relationship, the environmental and social context of a person's life, and the self-regulating adjustments people make as a result of their overall situation. 3 psychoanalytic counseling. Psychoanalytic counseling is a type of treatment based upon the theories of Sigmund Freud, who is considered one of the forefathers of psychology and the founder of psychoanalysis. This therapy explores how the unconscious mind influences thoughts and behaviors with the aim of offering insight and resolution to the person seeking therapy. 4 cognitive behavioral therapy, ABC method, could be described as I think, so I feel and do. In any given situation, you have A for activating event, the actual event, and the client immediate interpretations of the event. B for beliefs about the event. This evaluation can be rational or irrational. And C for consequences, how you feel and what you do or others' thought traits factor counseling. 5 behavioral counseling theories. As its name suggests, behavioral counseling is focused on human behavior and looks to eradicate unwanted or maladaptive behavior. Typically, this type of counseling is used for those with behavioral problems or mental health conditions that involve unwanted behavior. Examples of this include addictions, anxiety, phobias, and obsessive compulsive disorder (OCD). 6. Electric counseling. As its name indicates, electric therapy is a therapeutic approach that incorporates a variety of therapeutic principles and philosophies in order to create the ideal treatment program to meet the specific needs of the patient or client. Instead of insisting upon strict adherence to one particular approach or school of thought, electric counseling employ elements from a range of therapeutic techniques with the goal of establishing a course that is personally tailored with patient or client. 7. Free association counseling. Free association involves exploring a person's unconscious through spontaneous word association. Clients are encouraged to say whatever comes to mind when the therapist presents them with a word, no matter how trivial, illogical, or irrelevant the response may seem. It is the therapist's job to interpret the responses as patterns in the associations that are identified. 8. Holistic health biopsychosocial model or theory proclaims that we have physical, intellectual, social, emotional, vocational, and spiritual needs, the neglect of which reduces the ability of one to withstand the effect of stress. And we live in socio-economic conditions that can enhance or trim our long-term well-being. 9th model or theory, strengths-based counseling model. Focus on what is going right in a person's life. The counselor and client work together to find past and present successes and use these to address current and future challenges. Its first companion, positive thinking or learned optimism, is about learning a positive perspective, focusing on what can go right. Levels of counseling. First, informal counseling. Second, non-specialist counseling. 3. Professional counseling. Stages of counseling process. Stage 1, relationship building. Stage 2, assessment and diagnosis. Stage 3, formulation of counseling goals. Stage 4, intervention and problem solving. Stage 5, termination and follow-up. Stage 6, research and evaluation. Elements of counseling. According to Cattell, first, report with counseling. Second, communication between the counselor and counselee. 3. Counselors through background of the counseling process. 4. Counselee's changes in the feeling as counseling proceeds and progress through various stages. 5. Structured counseling interview. Counseling procedure. According to Williamson and Durley, 6 steps of counseling procedures. First, analysis. Second, synthesis. 3, diagnosis. 4, prognosis. 5, counseling. 6, follow-up. 8 basic principles of counseling. First, the dignity of individual is supreme. Second, each individual is different. 3, primary concern is social settings. 4, the attention and personal perception is basic for action. 5, self-direction, consistent with reality. 6, respond to enhance one's self-esteem. 7, it is continuous process. 8, need the information and personalized assistance. Characteristics of counseling. First, counseling is a dynamic relationship between counselor and client or counselee. Second, it is a process of change, development and learning. 3, it is formal, private and personal process. 4, it is direct and face-to-face relationship. 5, counseling is continuous process. 6, counseling helps the individual to become self-sufficient, self-direct and self-dependent. 7, counseling makes an effort to solve the day-to-day problems. Principles of counseling process. According to McDaniel and Seftel, A. Principles of acceptance. B. Principle of permissiveness. C. Principle of respect for the individual. D. Principle of thinking with the individual. E. Principle of learning. F. Principle of consistency with ideals of democracy. Counseling techniques. 1. Create positive attitudes. 2. Friendly first impression. 3. Establish rapport during the first season. 4. Show empathy and reassure the young client. 5. Eliminate barriers to good communication. 6. Not allowing to express fears. 7. Use active listening and acknowledging. 8. Confirming and asking clarification. 9. Provide information simply. 10. Use visual aids as much as possible. 11. Ask appropriate and effective questions. 12. Use open-ended questions. 13. Allow ask questions and seek clarification. 14. Recognize and take advantage of teachable moments. Qualities of counselor. First, interpersonal relationship, including friendly nature, fairness, sincerity, tactfulness, patience, ability to maintain confidentiality, respect client abilities, attentive listener, speaks in client language, capacity for being trusted by others, empathy. Second, personal adjustment, including how matured behavior, maintain emotional stability, flexibility and adaptability, aware of one's limitations, able to accept criticism, mentally sound, knowledge of self. Loyalty, enthusiasm, emotional stability. 3. Scholastic potentiality and educational background. Should be motivated and committed, aware of policies, beliefs and misconceptions existing. Highly cultured social interest. Capacity for work, intelligent to tackle the situations effectively. Positive interest, need master degree in the essential area of guidance program. Ability to work with people. Health and personal appearance, plussing voice, plussing appearance, freedom from annoying mannerism, neatness, magnetic personality. 5. Leadership, including ability to lead others, reinforce important information, choose appropriate method for problem solving, goal oriented, sense of mission. 6. Philosophy of life, including good character, positive philosophy of life, integrated personality, faith in human value, so significant spiritual and religious values. 7. Professional dedication, possess vocation, interest and interest in guidance work, so loyalty, enthusiasm to provide service for student, willing to work anytime, professional ethics. Next, we are going to deal with guidance. We are social being, and so in some way or other we need help and guidance of others. Mother, father, grandparents, teachers and other elders, home, school and society guide youngsters for successful living. Due to explosion of knowledge, industrialization and changes in socio-economic setup, the need of professional guidance is felt in the present day society. What is meant by guidance? Synonym to indicate, to point out, to show the way, to lead, to direct, to seek. Can you define guidance? Guidance is the personal help that is given by one person to another in developing life goals, in making adjustment, and in solving problems that confront him in the attainment of goals. Objectives of guidance. First objective, to monitor academic progresses of students. Second, to assist students in future education. 3. To diagnose the learning difficulties of students and help them overcome the same. 4. To development of self-realization. 5. To help students to review and reflect on their performance on the course. 6. To assist to maximize their achievement. 7. To identify ways of seeking changes in work habit or behavior. 8. To help to face the consequence and acceptance of their role. Types of guidance. 1. Personal guidance. 2. Educational guidance. 3. Vocational guidance. According to John M. Preber and W. M. Proctor. 1. Educational guidance. 2. Vocational guidance. 3. Guidance in social and civil activities. 4. Guidance in health and physical activities. 5. Guidance in the worthy use of leisure time. 6. Guidance in character building activities. 7. Home relationship. 8. Guidance in personal well-being. 9. Guidance in thoughtfulness and cooperation. Principles of guidance. 1. It is unique to an individual. Second, it is concerned with the whole individual. 3. It is always goal-oriented and goal-directed. 4. It is professional activity. 5. It should be based on through knowledge and human growth and development. 6. It is concerned with all, not only with special or problem. 7. It is meant for all those who need help. 8. It is not specific of any stage of development. 9. It is continuous process. 10. It is concerned with developing self-understanding and self-determination. 11. It recognizes the existence of individual differences. 12. It accepts that problems have causes. 13. It should have a flexible approach. Characteristics of guidance. First, it is a form of assistance given by a mature and experienced person to less matured and inexperienced person. 2. It involves the promotion of an individual's ability in self-direction. 3. It helps an individual to recognize and use his inner resources to set goals, to make plans, to work out his own problems of development. 4. It is an organized program. 5. It consists of specialized services, testing, counseling, educational, vocational, information, placement and follow-up. 6. It is a continuous and lifelong process. Need of guidance. Guidance based upon the fact human being needs help. A. Psychological reasons. B. Sociological reasons. C. Educational reasons. A. Psychological reasons. Detail going on. 1. Individual differences. 2. Guidance needs at different stages of development. 3. Development of health, personality. 4. Making the most of available opportunities. B. Social reasons. Detail going on. First, guidance is need for proper use of human energy. 2. Guide and changes in religious and moral belief. 3. Guidance and extension of democracy. 4. Fourth reason, lack of guidance at home. C. Educational reasons. First, to help in traditional of student. Second, to help in proper choice of sources. 3. To help in proper choice of careers. 4. To minimize wastage. 5. To help exemptional. Areas of guidance. First area education, second vocation, 3 avocation, 4 personal, 5 health, 6 moral, 7 marriage guidance. Difference between guidance and counseling. Guidance, counseling. First different, it is a comprehensive process, but counseling, it is an integral part of guidance. Second, guidance can be in individual as well as in group, but counseling of one individual is possible at a time. 3. Guidance. It is concerned with educational, vocational and personal problems. But in guidance, problems along mental health and emotions. 4. Any person can provide through the magazines, books, etc. But in counseling, the role of reasoning, mutual consultation is very important. 5. Guidance. The client's problems are listed carefully and ready-made solutions. But in counseling, the client problems are discussed and relevant informations are provided in between. 6. Guidance, first process. The decision is taken by the guide. But in counseling, client take his or her own decision in the later process. Need of guidance and counseling in nursing. First need to help in developing qualities in nursing institute, hospital, etc. Second, to help students in getting required for a successful nursing practices. 3. Keeping in touch with adjustment with the client or clinical environment. 4. Latest trends in nursing and to report benefits from the developing positive learning habits, especially skill learning trends. 5. The development of appropriate coping strategies in order to develop with to overcome periods. 6. To develop positive attitude towards life stress. 7. To develop their leadership qualities. 8. Motivate them for taking membership in professional organization after completing their studies. 9. Help them to make advantages of the studies, technological advantages in the patient care. 10. Help them to develop readiness for changes. 11. To face challenges both in help them to carry out the personal as well as professional life. 12. Help them in the responsibilities as a worthwhile health team member. 13. Proper selection of careers both in India and motivate them to abroad. 14. To assist to higher studies according to their abilities and interest. 15. The needy students in availing financial assistance from appropriate organizations. Thank you. Have a nice day.